All junior motorsports up front. Gregson, as we said, on the pole. Outside of him, Daniel Hemrick. 163 laps at Atlanta. Let's listen to the 9 team as we go green.
You see it right there already. A big jump.
One back, top.
Certainly what you want to hear there out of the spotter. All clear, all clear.
Yeah, the best part about this track is you see the 22 car. They're making it 3 wide. You can go all the way to the top, and if you get some clean air on the nose, there's plenty of grip up there. Look at the run that he has down the backstretch. Think you're clear in the middle of the corner, and you feel like you're going to slide up, and you hear the spotter say, he's coming, and you've got to like check up and stay down a little bit. 22 is so good right here on the short run.
But he's putting his car everywhere, Clint. That's got to be a great sign for later. Outside, going for the top spot. Here's Cindric around Noah Gragson.
Tell you what he's doing is driving the wheels
9
off.
cars loose.
Well, that was that turn 3 I was talking about. You get in there and there's a bump in there, and if you hit it wrong, a car kind of just almost preloads and unloads the thing when it lands, and you get sideways, and that's exactly what you saw right there.
Couldn't wait till lap 20.
No.
Look at the oil on the side of it.
Yeah.
I think that might be an oil line or something like that. It was loose.
Justin Haley to second around Gregson.
I think that's a prime example of watching that 22, man. I've seen him do it. Here I come.
Yeah, but he's running down his teammate right now, and is going to be the best junior motorsports car right now. So I think they can probably fine-tune on that and get it where they need it to be.
Problems.
Definitely not where you want to be.
That's Tommy Joe Martins in a 44, and we get our first caution of the day. This comes out as we're working lap 17. The competition caution was at lap 20. This could very well become the competition caution, right?
Definitely some damage on the front of his car. I don't think it's going to be catastrophic, but that splitter damage on the bottom, you can see it's bent down on the left front. That's going to be a problem the rest of the day. Him loose back there, big time already. The car's out from underneath of him. Just stepped out, got away from him. Did a good job containing it. Just come up with it. Man, I think without that tire going down right there, he may have been able to keep it out of the fence.
And we did get confirmation this will become the competition caution. Austin Cindric came down, took tires. He restarts 21st. Chase Briscoe made the chassis adjustment. He restarts 20th. And we're counting down to the end of stage 1, 19 to go.
You're clear, half back 7 with you.
Yeah, that inside just has such an advantage on the restart, Clint.
Yeah, it does, and I can't help but to watch this 22. Trying to find the 22, he was definitely trapped on the bottom right there. You can see him back there trying to get to that outside because he knows that's where he needs to be to try to pounce on some of these guys and use those fresh tires.
He's good. He's definitely good at racing hard.
Well, these two race hard against each other all season long, right? Every race.
Oh, man, it's been a battle between them two, but you can see you just can't overcome the difference in those tires.
And listen, here's the thing. If the caution comes out at the end and those guys all get to put tires on, he's going to be them. And that's going to be really frustrating when we get down to the end of this race. I mean, I believe what we've seen so far with everybody on equal tires, that Austin Cindric had the best car. And tell you what I like, Clint, is he's eating that line up. And I know he's got newer tires right there, but he was able to do that earlier on, and I think that's critical here.
Jamie Little said it earlier. Team Penske has never won in the Xfinity Series at Atlanta. That to me is one of the most mind-boggling stats, although they finished second in like 4 of the last 6 races here.
I'm saying it right now.
We know they have speed.
Yet.
Maybe today is the day. Stage 1. First stage win of the year goes to Austin Cindric. Up front for the restart, Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain. Here we go in stage 2.
Good restart right there for Chastain on the outside. It's extremely difficult. And I'll tell you what else happened right there. The 9 got to him, spun his tire. As soon as he hit, you got to be careful when you're pushing right there. It can be a help, but if you hit them too hard, it'll bust their tires loose and stack the whole lineup.
Adjustment for Gregson, maybe. That 9 looks like he's ready to get after it on this restart.
Feel goods, man. 4 fresh feel goods. Everybody's feeling good right now. Got them adjustment, handful of confidence. They know what to expect now. Well, you can't, it's hard to explain to somebody at home what it feels like to go sailing a race car off in there. Oh, by the way, 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 wide on a start of a race that you haven't even been on the racetrack.
Gregson continues his slide as AJ Allmendinger gets another spot from 30th to 5th before the end of stage 2. And when you look at Colleague overall, you got Chastain second, the Dinger now inside the top 5, and Justin Haley coming back from that penalty on those pit stops. He's 13th. So those Chevrolets from Team Colleague having a good
I
afternoon.
mean, like, tires are just so important here. I think that Austin Cindric probably hoped that they all pitted there to get back on equal strategy, but they didn't. So, you know, we're just going to have to let this play out and see how it works for the 22 team.
And it just keeps you there, like longing. Like crew chief was hoping they did, right? But it'll be interesting to see what happens here. And I think, again, it evens some people out. Speaking of spreading out, 3 wide.
Yeah, Daniel Hemrick to the top right here.
Chase Briscoe finding that outside line. The momentum, you're going to have to go with the momentum. That's certainly on the outside, certainly on these older tires too.
Yeah, and the trick there is that you just got to get clean air. Even if you're up a lane and it's a little further around, that clean air on the nose makes such a big difference.
Love listening to those cars slip and slide around.
Yeah, you were talking about Briscoe saying how much he loves Atlanta. He told me his second favorite track, or maybe 1-2, is Miami and Atlanta. 2 races in South Florida next weekend, so he could really be in a position to gain some momentum. And his crew chief is Richard Boswell, who won this race with Kevin Harvick a couple of years ago.
You know, Clint, guys, I just always feel like the dirt guys or the sprint car guys, they love the slick racetracks. Kyle Larson at Homestead, you think about how good he is there.
Oh, yeah.
Briscoe Lycan coming here, I just feel like it kind of plays into their hands.
It definitely does. I mean, it's the grip level. You're accustomed to having that thing hung out sideways, loose, driving a thing with throttle. I can't say that enough. It's just a different way of doing it. You know, you get on a repave and a track like that, you got to have a whole different set of mechanics.
Final stage underway. The Fords up front, Briscoe and Cindric.
Chase Briscoe took the inside. Obviously gets the run there, but again, I think this is a situation, it kind of depends on the help. Austin Cindric, as strong as he was on all those restarts taking the outside, would you have tried to block him right there?
Well,
outside?
I think we're Austin's going to make his move right here in 3 and 4. I think clearly Briscoe's going to try to run the bottom, and Austin's going to run up 1 lane, hoping to get some clean air on the nose.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, just did exactly what I said.
I think like 4 wide right there.
4 wide, look at that.
That's incredible. And one of them on the outside coming through, the 0-2, and that would be Brett Moffitt, who's coming off a career best a couple of weeks ago at Charlotte and ran the truck race earlier today. Great job for the 2018 champ in the Gander trucks.
It's so weird to me when you think about Atlanta. You know, it's not uncommon to see cars moving around.
Got a spinner. And it's Josh Williams hanging on to it.
He drove it all the way around there.
And the caution is out. 5th one of the day. Running 22nd at the time, driving that 92 Chevrolet for Mario Gosling.
He got some help.
Got hooked.
Yeah, that's Joe Graff behind him in the 08.
Man, big tank swap right there. That'll scare you too. You know it's coming. You're thinking, oh, here he comes, here he comes. Boom.
Hate that for Josh Williams, who was coming off a top 10 finish at Bristol. Here goes a net on the jump. And Allgaier starting to shoot one up the middle. Almost like we're going to get 4 wide here into turn 1. We are.
Michael Annette
Look
knew
at
he
the
was
tires.
in trouble.
It's
Was trying to
unbelievable.
get out of the way.
Chastain making a move.
We know Ross Chastain will be aggressive on these restarts. We see it every weekend from him.
Whoa, jumped in. You saw that thing bottom out. That's that bump getting into 3. The thing bottomed out and really bounced up. He's got a mare full of Justin Allgaier right now. If you just stall out behind him too far, you got to put some pressure on him to get him over, right?
That's a great way to put it, yeah.
So
now I got to know.
That's exactly what you saw right there. The 7 car drove it in, tried to put some pressure on him, and then him himself missed his line and pushed up. Now he's got to start all over again.
As a professional race car driver, got a spinner. And this is not the caution that the 22 team wanted to see. 39 to go. Right in the wheelhouse of come down and take your final set of tires if you've got them, right?
Definitely. It's so hard to just understand. I mean, that happened in a split second. He was leading the race. Caution comes out early, pits right there, and it's probably the thing that's going to cost him the most all day long.
78 is Vinnie Miller. It's our 6th caution of the day, coming off of turn 2. Vinnie, who had an unbelievable run going at Bristol on Monday, showing some speed, driving for B.J. McLeod. Setting up for what could be the final restart. It'll come with 34 4 laps to go, and a breaking story while we were away. The top 3 cars on the pit lane caught speeding. The leader, Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, and Justin Allgaier all going to have to start from the rear with just over 30 to go.
The money stopped. Chase, the backyard. Your wife's going to be so upset.
All right, so that resets everything because Chase Briscoe was not only leading the race, he was leading for the Dash for Cash. He'll restart 25th. Gregson now the guy that is in the lead position there. He'll restart outside of race leader AJ Allmendinger. Justin Haley is 3rd, and then 2 more guys going for the money. Brandon Jones, Harrison Burton complete the top 5.
This is the one you don't want to see. 35 to go. All these guys, man, they can see it. They can smell that win right here. I don't think this is going to be our last caution.
Say, Noah did a pretty good job right there. That was a good restart.
Such a cool restart, you know, here at Atlanta, these tracks like this. Look at Allgaier way up there, right up there next to the wall. I can tell you this, though, on these worn-out tires, catching them is one thing, getting around him is the next. But this is exactly the situation
Look at
that you look for. You need him to catch those lappers at an untimely thing, but you've got to be ready for it. You've got to be able to pounce when he gets to those lappers, gets in that dirty area.
Inside of a second is Allmendinger, goes around the 99 of Mason Massey, 9 laps to go.
And that worked out perfect for Noah Gragson because now he's going to have clean air. You look, Massey went to the top. Noah made up 4/10 on that last lap. Noah's spotter is screaming right now to all of these cars around, get out of the way.
Yeah,
we're racing for the lead. See that?
That hurt him.
Yeah, you got to do a little negotiating, and that might be difficult with all the social distancing
really
on the spotter stand.
What do you do? Throw something at him?
Yeah, I got to believe the confidence just went back up a tick or two for AJ because the advantage back to right around 1.3 and only 8 laps now, 7.5 to go at Atlanta.
Just bring it home, baby. Nothing in your windshield. He's gone in the back. Do not push it.
One start this year came at Bristol on Monday night. Battled through adversity and finished 10th. He came to play today. It's his 4th career victory, but his first on an oval. AJ Allmendinger driving for Colleague wins it at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
This will be a fun interview. Listen to him. That's awesome.
You guys are awesome. Freddie, thank you. Matt Colleague, if you're listening, baby. I love you. Chris. All the men and women at Colleague. Yes!
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.